You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people.
The Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Real talk, real radio, real people, just like you.
Yes! Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all of your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's BV, V as in victory, mobileapps.com, and tell them Doug Stewart sent you. Yes, sir! We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners. Over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree, at TreeAtTheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled T-R-E-I. Tree@TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
Anybody got to say anything, you let me know.
That's the most excellent idea, sire.
Is it?
And you taught him what he needed to be a man. I'll give you that. Because most men ain't man enough to do what you did.
You've reached Kicking It with Kysii show. Once again, you've reached the Kicking It with Kysii show. Today's topic is on hip-hop. We're going to go over the storytellers of hip-hop. That is an art that is missing now in today's version of rap. You have a couple people who still will do storytelling rap, like your Kendrick Lamar's, your J. Cole's, etc. But anyway, that is our topic today. We're streaming live with the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Shout out to you listeners. And let's go ahead and get right into it. So, as I was coming up, one of my first recollections of a storytelling rap song, and probably one of the more famous ones, was The Message, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. In The Message, they actually spoke about hard times, struggles in life, just basically trying to cope and trying to survive with your daily life going around you, the struggles, losing your job, trying to find a job, unemployment, maybe you're having to hustle out in the streets, having to come home and feed your kids, but yet don't have money, stuff like that. That is the message. So we're gonna actually, I will be playing excerpts of these songs as I discuss them. So um, let's dig with a little sample of that one.
Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with a touch truck repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how.
The message was responsible for one of the first true songs that actually broke down that story format, and it was sampled later on from a couple other songs, such as Mace and Puff Daddy. Then also there was another one by Ice Cube and Das Effects. So it had a very influential message, but it also had a very infectious beat. Okay, another significant song right after that particular song, the message, was a very hugely popular rap group duo by the name of Run DMC. Run and DMC actually put together several songs that had a storyline format. One of them at the time was Hard Times, which was very similar to the message from Grandmaster Flash. Same thing, it actually spoke about having a struggle and basically trying to cope. Same type of ordeal. They intertwined rhymes. They traded different verses with each other and spoke about their experiences. You had Dumb Girl, which was another one of their songs. You had Mary and Mary. I mean, you had a whole bunch of different songs that spoke. And then Peter Piper was also another one. So they had several different songs where they actually told stories. So we're gonna dig into Hard Times. Play that one.
Hard times spreading just like the flu. Watch out, homeboy, don't let it catch you. Prices go up, don't let your pocket go down. When you got short money, you're stuck on the ground. Turn around, get ready, keep your eye on the clock, and be on point for the future. Shop Hard times.
All right, so that was an awesome song there from Run DMC. Following Run DMC along the same clique and group, coming out of the Def Jam camp, which was Russell Simmons, brother of Joseph Simmons of Run DMC, were the Beastie Boys. So the Beastie Boys had Paul Revere. That was one of their big singles that came out, and it actually had a story time rap to it. And with that, it was more of a comical. These guys are just saying, kind of crazy lyrics with a nice driving beat, where the song actually was a record being played backwards to make that beat. This is one of those Rick Rubin beats, and he was known to be cutting edge with his big drum sounds and rock riffs, etc. But Paul Revere was a classic for those guys. It was crazy, spoke about wild things, and it also followed the same format of entertainment in that vein of storytelling rap.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with that Rob and me. My team. Then had a little horsey named Paul Revere. Just me and my horsey in a quart of beer. Riding across the land, kicking up sand. Sheriff flashes on my tail cause I'm in demand. One lonely beastie I be. All by myself without nobody. The sun is beating down on my baseball hat.
Now, we're still going to stick with the Def Jam family because they had two other groups that were very influential with the storytelling. Um, One of those groups being uh, Public Enemy. So Public Enemy had a variety of different songs. They're a political group. They talked politics. They had some hard edge lyrics and hard hitting beats, driving rhythms, but they actually spoke about a overthrow or a rise of the authority in their song. Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. We'll play this right now. We're gonna play that song, and you'll see how he actually intertwines the beat, his lyrics, and the rhythm and the political rhymes, which actually a infuse an emotion out of you, because when you hear it, you're like, oh man, you kind of picture the story of him going through this overthrow in the prison. And I guess he's a political prisoner at that time. So that's that one.
I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened and read it. It said they were suckers. They wanted me for their army or whatever. Picture me giving a damn. I said never. Here's a land that never gave a damn about a brother like me and myself, because they never did. I wasn't with it, but just that very minute it occurred to me. The suckers had authority. Cold sweating as I dwell in my cell. How long has it been? They got me sitting in a state pen. I gotta get out, but that thought was thought.
All right, let's pause for a break.
Whole Team Enterprises, a full-service graphics and marketing company that will take your company's image to the next level, specializing in graphic design, web hosting, printing, video editing, event planning, and more. They are cost-effective, professional, and have an awesome quick turnaround. Please give them a call at 888-755-0036 or visit them online at www.wholeteam.com. Be sure to get your car serviced by the professionals at ICN Services, located in the Buckhead area of Atlanta. They are a full-service automobile concierge service who are an on-site automobile detailing provider with the advantages of their come-to-you service. Your car can get their needs taken care of while you continue your day. They will take your vehicle to appointments, inspections, repairs, returns, and more. Find them online at www.itscleannow.com or reach them at 404-934-0675.
Go see my guys at Platinum Auto Accessories in Lithonia, Georgia. They can get your car audio needs tight. In addition to the audio enhancements, they specialize in visual enhancements for your car as well. Lighting, rims, alarm systems, remote starts, and more. Visit Kevin and James with some of the best deals in the Atlanta metro area. Conveniently located at 2648 Lithonia Industrial Boulevard, off I-20 and the Evans Mill exit. Also give them a call at 678-323-7888. Mention this ad for a special discount. Friends of the Kicking It with Kysii show.
You Kicking It with Kysii show.
Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. I gotta get drunk before the day begins, before my mother starts bitching about my friends. About to go and damn near went blind. Young niggas at the pad throwing up gang signs. Ran in the house and grabbed my clip with the Mac 10 on the side of my hip. Bailed outside and pointed my weapon. Just as I thought, the fools kept stepping. Jumped in the foe, hit the juke.
Okay, we're back, and you're still Kicking It with Kysii, streaming live over the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. And we are still diving into storytelling rap, storytelling hip hop. We went over a lot of Def Jam artists. We would be omitting a very important rapper if we did not mention this next one, which is Slick Rick, because most of his style was storytelling the whole time. He's one of the greatest storytellers of all when it comes to the hip hop genre of the golden years. Slick Rick actually had several songs. He first came out with a storytelling rap, very popular at the time. Him and Dougie Fresh did Lottie Dottie. They did the show, and he had a solo song by the name of Children's Story, which was very popular at the time. And he dropped Children's Story, and it was totally infectious how this song went, the beat went, and people were able to sing along. The chorus, everything was very popular when it came to this song. It was a club banger, and let's just go ahead and play that.
Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good, there lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making the dash. They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop, it's like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his arm, he started at...
All right, let's keep this thing moving here. All right, so our next artist that we're gonna bring up right behind the Slick Rick, we have KRS-One of the group Boogie Down Productions. So we have several storytelling songs from the Boogie Down Production side as well as KRS-One solo. So he was also a major contributor to the style. He was a very well-known battle rapper, but he also had songs that were infectious. This particular one that we're going to talk about is Love's Gonna Get You. He actually spoke about he used the love of items and possessions as a theme of the song, and how if you do not take control of this love or take control of this desire for possessions and status and money, that it will take you out. It will be the downfall of you. And that's kind of what he discussed in this song. And it's crazy because this song is still relevant to today. It still has relevant ties to items and status and things that are occurring today. So it was a very relevant song. Let's go ahead and get on that one.
A boy named Rob is chilling in a Benz in front of my building with the rest of his friends. I give him a pound. Oh, I mean, I shake his hand. He's the neighborhood drug dealer. My man, I go upstairs and hug my mother, kiss my sister, and punch my brother. I sit down on my bed to watch some TV. Do my ears deceive me? Nope. That's the fourth time this week. Another fast brother shot dead in the street. The very next day while I'm off the class, my mom's go to work cold.
All right, let's keep this thing going. All right, we're gonna move on out. We're gonna take this back over to the East Coast again. We've got several notable rhyme sayers. You had Rakim. Rakim had Mahogany. Mahogany is a slow flow song that he created, where he spoke about meeting a female. He spoke about talking to this female, and when he spoke to her, he had, basically he had his escapades or his sexcapades hooking up with this female that he met at a club. And the beat, the flow, everything went together as he went through this song and gave you a painted step-by-step melodic picture of this song. So we're going to play that one. That's next.
Me and Eric B was coolin' at the Palladium, seen an all-world cover girl. I said, hey lady, I'm sorry if you're in a rush. Don't let me hold you up or intervene or interrupt. But you got the look, I wanna get to know you better. I had to let her know, but yo, I didn't sweat her. Cause if you would've seen what I was saying, almost looked Korean, but European. When she spoke, her accent was self-explanatory. Even her body language told a story. Her name was...
Yeah, so Rakim had a way of words. When he dropped these songs, he was, like I say, he was a wordsmith. He was able to flow like no other. His style was like nothing you had ever heard from anybody else. He was a wordsmith. He wasn't just your average elementary type rapper. He had a very complex style, way above his time, and the beats that I think Eric B was his producer at the time, but the beats that Eric B was dropping, at that time there were a lot of James Brown samples, etc. But they had a great pairing, and I think this Mahogany was on that second album, or was it his third album? I can't remember. But the way it hit, the way that bass line hit, and the way that snare hit on it was an awesome combination of a song. All right, so we're gonna stay along that same vein, like from Rakim, and we're going to our next guy, which is Cool G Rap. He was a serious instrumental wordsmith during that time. His flow was fast. His flow was complex. He was different from almost anybody else at that time. He kind of reminds you of coming off that vein of the Juice Crew. I think he was. Yeah, he was a Juice Crew member. So at that time, everybody had their own personalities, and he was one that was a notable lyricist, different from what you heard from a Big Daddy Kane. But he had a complex flow, faster style, and the beats was driving and banging. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play one of these songs here from Cool G Rap, and after that song, that's gonna lead me into my next artist. All right, let's go with it.
In the streets of New York, dope fiends are leaning for morphine. The TV screens follow the homicide scenes. You live here, you're taking a chance to look, and I take one glance. There's a man inside an ambulance. The crowds are getting louder. I wonder how the people wanna go fight for the right powder. People hanging in spots. They waited till the blocks got hot and got raided by the cops. I'll explain the man sleeping in the rain. His whole life remains inside a bottle of night train. Another man got his clothes in a sack.
So if you listen closely to the Cool G Rap style, you can tell there's another artist from the same area or from that same style vein by the name of Nas. So Nas actually debuted on a Large Professor song. Well, at the time it was Large Professor's group. I forgot the name of the group. Oh, Main Source. It was a Main Source song, Live at the Barbecue. Nas debuted on that song, and he ripped it when he came out. But if you listen to Nas style, it's very similar to a Cool G Rap style, but it's a little more different. But he was also a wordsmith of painting a picture. He was an awesome picture painter.
Freedom of jail clips inserted. A baby's being born, same time a man is murdered. The beginning and end. As far as rap go, it's only natural. I explain my plateau and also what defines my name. First it was nasty, but times have changed. Ask me now, I'm the artist, but hardcore my signs for pain. I spent time in the game, kept my mind on fame. Saw fiends shoot up and do lines of cocaine. Saw my close friend shot, flatlining my sane. That depends, carry Mac 10s to practice my aim. On rooftops, tape CD covers the trees. Line a barrel up with your weak.
He was able to take these songs and put you there in the same situation. And in that same vein, you had Nas, you had the guys from Mobb Deep, you had Raekwon and Ghost from Wu-Tang. The same type of deal. They were complex rhymes, and they were able to put you in the vein of, like, they rap about everything. I mean, they rap about details and things that put you, like I said, it gives you a full picture. So he may say, okay, look at his shoes. His shoes are dirty, but the shoestrings are untied, and his pants is laying low. You know what I'm saying? So it's like different things that actually let you see the whole picture. And back from the Nas song, I spoke about another duo, Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep was very instrumental in painting a grimy street picture, a street edge of, let's see, they were actually able to, along with driving beats, speak about situations and speak about real life conflict and what else? Just basically, ghetto life, crime life, hustling life, those type of things. So they dropped it in a lot of their songs. So we'll go ahead and put one of the songs like Trife Life. We'll put that on, and you'll be able to hear the painting that they did of that.
It's just another day. Drowning my troubles with a 40. That's when I got the call from this brown skin shorty. She asked me where's my crew at. Said we can do whatever. She got a crew too and said that we should get together. I said alright, just call me back in an hour so I can take a shower and gather up the manpower. Then I hung up the horn, and I thought to myself that it might be on. Cause this trick ain't pick up the phone and call me in years. Ever since I left the whole lonely in tears. Ain't no telling where the friends will end up in it.
Okay, that was Mobb Deep. See, we're running out of space here because I got so many to go. But all right, we're gonna go to another instrumental guy along that vein, and that is Redman. Redman did a major song when he first came out called Superman Lover, and in this song, he dug through capers of him approaching a female and the escapades they had, almost kind of like the Mahogany thing, but his is a little more comical and a little more edgier. And what else? Just basically in that whole Redman style, you know what I mean by that. We'll go ahead and play a little bit of Superman Lover. Keep this thing moving.
Up, yo, I be the Superman lover. I'm about 5 minutes right out your baby mother. I'm still broke, still gutter. Hit 4 chicks, they revenge like 4 brothers, then rob a bank teller. I'm sorta like Old Yeller, call me for trouble. I got chopper bullets that spray out the umbrella. I'm advanced boy, the Doc Bigelow, the man whore. Got Miss Incredible and Catwoman on camcord. When your neighborhood or city in a drought, fuck a boat, I can fly it in 300 an ounce. Re-up my account, wear a do-rag and I don't got way.
There were some very instrumental guys from the South that were doing storytime raps. One thing was an ode to, we'll go before I even go in there, we'll go with 8 Ball. 8 Ball did a song on his solo album after 8 Ball and MJG's song. He did a solo song, and this song was my homeboy's girlfriend. So we're going to speak about that. My homeboy's girlfriend actually spoke of an escapade, him visiting one of his friends, and when he visited this friend, he was approached by the girlfriend, and he spoke about some of the risque activities that were done and how he didn't want to do it, but it was to the point of being able to resist that. Kind of probably something that people may contemplate but are too afraid to say. That's what he did with this song. Kind of crazy. Let's get into it.
Breakfast woke me up from my dreams, bacon sizzling, searching for the kitchen like a fiend. What I seen straight took me by surprise. Angela half naked, not trying to hide. She saw me looking, but kept cooking. What's up with that? Invited me to sit down and said she'd be right back. I poured a glass of OJ and pulled up a seat. Angela came right back and sat next to me, kissed me on my cheek and said,
"Oh, you cute. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about you."
With her hand on my leg, she kissed me on my...
All right behind 8 Ball, we'll keep this in the South. And there was a song by the duo Outkast who did an ode to storytelling by incorporating Raekwon in their song, and they called it The Art of Storytelling. And I'm sorry, that's skewed on the barbecue. Art of Storytelling actually was Outkast featuring the greatest storyteller of them all, Slick Rick. That's The Art of Storytelling. Part 2. So they did one of those, but they also did one on their own. But Outkast had a lot of songs here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop The Art of Storytelling on you.
Somebody hit me the other day for a rendezvous. Was it the bitch that fucked the good and the dungeon crew? Let's say her name was Susie Screw, cause she screwed a lot, making a nigga hit that chunk at legitimate spots. Not no parks, back seats, and things of that nature. Had to hate your player. I'm digging the hoe down, never said I hate her. Straight later, Played the bitch like Darth Vader. Made her from College Park and Fed all the way down to Decatur. Like Jada, her whip was sharp and sporty. That was shouty. Saved the snake and eggs in a Beamer 840. It's foggy. I went to the crib to call her, but she lost me. My baby mama beat me. 7 o'clock is gonna cost me, but I still wanna cut her though. Maybe she had.
You'll be able to enjoy the South version of storytelling. There's other people that we've, like I said, this is a very quick overview, but there's a whole lot of people who from the South who are great storytellers. Mystical was one. Ghetto Boys was another one. UGK is another one. So there's a lot of them. So this is, like I said, a brief overview. And lastly, we're going to have to take this thing back. Actually, we may have fit 2 people in here. One of the great storytellers coming back over here to the East Coast. We will go ahead and jump to the Notorious B.I.G. because he was very instrumental in the whole genre itself. And we'll go ahead and play one of his songs that made him very famous. I mean, a lot of his singles made him famous, but this is one that allowed him to be on the map. And it was a big hit for him. It was actually one of his first singles, Juicy.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy tea up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up.
Thank you for being able to share your time with me. We ran up on time. I left off a slew of other artists, so we'll call this the Storytellers of Hip Hop Part 1 because there got to be Part 2 or Part 3 on it. But I want to thank you for allowing me to drop some of my knowledge here with you, sharing, listening to some of the music that I put here, and doing it all live on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Thanks for everything you do. God bless. Take care.
Even though the streets are bumpy, lights burned out. Dope fiends die with a pipe in their mouth. Old school buddies not doing it right. Every day it's the same and it's the same every night. I wouldn't shoot you, bro, but I'd shoot that fool if he played me close and tried to test my cool. Every day I wonder just how I die. Only thing I know is how to survive. There's only one rule in the real world, and that's to take care of you, only you and yours. Keep dealing with the hard times day after day. Might deal me some dope, but then crime don't pay.
You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people.
The Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Real talk, real radio, real people, just like you.